riots, and now I'm here to play Sepia's Tears. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. I think it just stopped recording. No, it didn't stop recording. I'm gonna keep going. You've heard of the Mayfly, right? It's one of those odd winter days when the snow is falling but it isn't cold. Either late November or the beginning of December, right around the time when the dollar stores start playing Christmas music and the couples go skating. One of those odd winter evenings, the same old 3 p.m. through the lens of the classroom window. I would describe the muted texture of the light through the glass, but it's become all too familiar. It'd be like describing the miracle of flowers blooming in the spring. The novelty's gone. Chairs screech against the tile floor and students chatter all around, but the sounds fall on me, weightless. The Mayfly? The Mayfly? The bug? The bug that lives for only a day once it grows into wings. It's a great metaphor. You must have seen it before. My mind wanders sometimes. It's like being stuck in a room with the TV set to local news. Almost muted, but not quite. Or like reading a boring web page because you're too lazy to click away. Having a voice in your head that won't shut up, it used to bother me, but I can handle it now. Listen to music on the way home, play a video game before you go to bed. Kill time in any way you can, and it won't be so loud. Ever wonder why they even bother? It's simple, really. You pick up your books, stand up, put on your gloves as you walk through the early winter chill. Get home, make a snack, relax, and let the process repeat itself. Life is the easiest thing in the world when you think about it. But sometimes memories resurface. The horrible red-brown that encroaches on my vision, creeping from a box locked safely away. Me. Dot. It's cold. I didn't notice before, but it looks like it's snowing. Was I out for that long? I was walking home from school a moment ago, I'm sure. Or this is a dream? That would make sense, but then why am I wearing my school uniform and why is my wallet in my pocket? Well, that doesn't prove anything, but might as well roll with it. Ooh. It's seriously pitch black here. I can make out the snowflakes just fine, but nothing seems to be lighting them. I better start moving before I freeze to death. That light, it's pretty. It's very pretty. You've come. You. Thank you for coming to see me. It's lonely here, you know. Lonely? Yeah, I can't deny that. It's a peaceful prison, trapped in the darkness under this soft snowflake, but it's a prison. What's the matter? Aren't you glad to see me? She looks familiar, I'm sure of it. The memory teases the back of my mind like a vivid, lucid dream, but I can't grab hold of it. It's been such a long time. I thought you would have been ecstatic. I open my mouth, but the words are lost. The more I search for the memory, the more her eyes bewitch me. As snowflakes land on the girl's hair, I'll force the first words out my mouth. Who are you? Do you really not remember me? What a shame. We have so much to catch up on. Her smile is confident, mysterious, somewhere between angelic and doll-like. There's nothing to worry about after all. We have all the time in the world. Oh. So then, who are you? She looks me in the eye and my heart stops. embraces me and my senses freeze until a color strikes my eye against the monochrome backdrop. Hanging in the stillness, a red ribbon drifts from the side of her hair, and on the inside of that ribbon, something is written. But just as fantastic as that is the fact that the words are scrambled, blurred, even though my eyes are only inches from it. It's because you can't read in dreams. What? Okay. That ribbon, don't you remember? It was Her voice fades away. I glance at the ribbon again, but before I can move closer, my stomach turns upside down. What? The girl's warmth fades from my arms. Is she disappearing? This whole world is... A knife pierces my heart as I realize something. It's not this world that's disappearing. It's me. Day 1. Reunion. Oni-chan. Me. Oni-chan, are you up? That sounds familiar. Mark, we're going to be late. Shakes. Are you even listening to me? Yeah, I heard you. Jeez, it wouldn't kill you to be a little more gentle. Gentle? Gentle? But I'm your cute little sister. I'm automatically gentle. That's like saying I'm automatically dependable because I'm your older brother. Wait. See? If you're not the dependable sibling you're supposed to be, that gives me the legal right to find new and exciting ways to tease you. Yeah. And who was it that wrote this law? More importantly, I have a history test this morning, so I'll leave you behind if I have to. Pouting, my diligently evil little sister runs down the stairs. Can't she find a more normal form of torture? All she did was wake you up. Sigh. Oh. It's bright out. Pleasantly bright. I can get lost just looking at that pale blue sky, although I fear the cold that accompanies it. See, this is why I hate winter. Nature has no mercy for the northern hemisphere. Actually, does that make a difference? Technically, every country has to be part of a hemisphere, so there must be warm regions in the northern hemisphere, and even so, the southern hemisphere would be... Mark! I've been working on my Hokuto Shinken, and I'm coming. Last time she tried this, ooh, I shudder to think of it. I'm pretty sure I know who my next practice subject will be if you make me fail my test. Isn't it usually practice partner, not practice subject? So, that's my sister, Rena. Since she started attending the same high school as me, life has been hell. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration. She's a nice girl and all. She takes care of me, makes me lunch, forces me to buy her stuff. See what I mean? I'm out of compliments already. And that threat certainly wasn't the first. Ouch. Stupid razor. Dude. Dad was supposed to show me how to use this thing. Anyway. Ren is a strange... Her name just changed. To put it nicely. She always rattles on about these crazy robot wars and melodramatic love stories that she watches, trying to find new and exciting ways to pull me into her world. I haven't figured out why she calls me Oni-chan yet, though. Dude, that means brother, right? Ironically, you're ironically... Is it ironic? Ironically unironic. Ironic because she thinks I'll think it's subtly ironically unironic. I can only tip of the iceberg, so to speak, if the iceberg were a blood-related little sister. But as much as I like to criticize her, I can't complain. She still does better than me at school. That's sad. Alright, I'm almost done. But as much as I like to criticize her, I can't... What? Oh, and she also does a better job of cooking and budgeting than me. And she never sleeps in, and the only time she's late for class is when I hold her back. Now do you see why life with her is hell? Dude, she's helping you. Good morning! Did you sleep well? I slept perfectly fine until I was awoken by a certain someone. How could you say that? You should be thankful to have a cute girl like me wake you up every morning. You're not supposed to call yourself cute. Is that because we're blood related and you're... That's not why. What? I mean, it's a little vain, don't you think? It's not very cute. True. What if I'm only doing it to unnerve you? Point taken. Well, I do have to thank you for keeping me on my toes all the time. You're like my mother, is what I want to say, but I imagine her twitching smile, my life flashes before my eyes. So, Ren, you have a test this morning? Yep. I did a quick review with my friends yesterday, so you don't need to worry about it. I wasn't worried. Is that your way of hiding your affection? Was that even remotely implied? I'm sure you'll pass the test. I just want to make sure you don't forget anything and end up failing for some stupid reason. Like that time I accidentally brought my Game Boy instead of my calculator? Yes, like that time. I was only 12. It was an innocent mistake. Only 12. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Just don't screw up. I know, I won't. But aren't your exams coming up as well? I was going to go over to Lucas's house and study over the weekend. Or something like that. Even for you, that's not a very convincing lie. Psychic. But I did make that up on the spot. It wouldn't kill you to have a bit of faith in me. If I said I'll study, I'll study. Really? You'll spend your whole Saturday afternoon doing math problems and rereading your social science notes? I'm tempted to say, what notes? Well, that really isn't the problem here. Well, would you look at the time? Don't change the subject. But we'll be late. Dots. Well then, we'll have to continue at lunch, right, Oni-chan? That smile's so much more endearing before you get to know her. Made it. We made it. I let past the front door as the clock strikes 8. I inhale a lungful of December air. Oh, not bad, Mark. Not bad at all. You were taking so long with your bag that I thought I already have to put the gloves in. On. Yeah. I thought you were going to have to leave me. I thought you were going to leave me if I took too long. I was only kidding. Leave my only brother alone to walk to school on such a cold day? I couldn't. And yet you can practice your anime fighting techniques with me. Well, when you look at it that way. Whoa. But you know, mastery of the martial arts can be extremely important. What does it have to do with anything? It's important, really. Yeah, I know. Self-defense and all that. No, not just self-defense, it's an extra weapon in your arsenal. What? Okay, picture this. Oh no. Imagine that you're fighting against an enemy who already knows your techniques. And why would I be doing that? Because the person challenged you. Because he kidnapped the princess. Use your imagination. But what if the princess is in another then you'll just have to go look for her. Ouch. Anyway, let's say you end up in combat with someone who knows that you're good with long-range weapons, like a crossbow. They already know your weakness. All they have to do is dash forward and fight at a closer range. The archer won't be able to react fast enough, and the attacker will have the advantage. But what if you're using a mid-range weapon like a lance? A lance, that's easy. A well-trained warrior would be proficient with bows and axes. And everyone knows that axe beats the lance. True, but then couldn't you just learn magic and attack from a distance? Yes, but what if your enemy knows that you're a magician? A skilled axe will eliminate you with a single strike, no critical necessary. Every magician needs an ace up his sleeve, and that ace is the martial arts, I guess. That's one option. You see, magicians draw their power internally, not externally. Magic, unlike sorcery, flows through a natural internal circuit before it can be used in the form of a spell. The use of these circuits can drain much of an amateur's magical energy, resulting in the weakness of the magus's combat ability. In this scenario, even a trained magus would be susceptible to the attacks of an ordinary human. Much more so if said human is skilled in hand-to-hand combat. Though it is an unlikely scenario, it would be prudent for a magus to. Enough with the info dumps. She almost broke the text box. Fine, I don't need you. She clicks the Twitter icon on her phone and runs away. Cool. You made her mad. Okay. I may have been a bit hard on back there.